los favoritos.
Okay, good afternoon and welcome to today's press conference. We'll start today with Sky Sports and Jamie.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
If I could start with the injury situation, obviously more bad news with the end of Enzo's season, but positive news with Reece James and Levi Colwill?
No, they are not available yet. They are close today. Yesterday they were doing some training with the partial training with the squad. They are close, but still they are not available.
And Cole Pamer presumably will be back.
Yes, Cole was training well in the last few days, and yes, we assume that he's going to be ready for tomorrow, be part of the squad. Yes, today, yes.
You said on Tuesday night just how much you struggled without Cole. This has obviously been a very expensively assembled squad, and I appreciate there's been a lot of injuries as well. But how much of a concern is it that you're so reliant on one player, a 21-year-old player?
No, we can talk and we can talk and we can talk, but on the end, it's the reality. I think Cole is a very good player for us, and he's a key player for us, and he is showing that we struggle a little bit without him. That is the reality that we cannot hide.
I think one of the big criticisms on Tuesday night as well was the character or the lack of character. This side, when there is a setback, when they concede the first goal, they kind of fall apart. No,
that is not true. That is not true. That is not true because we conceded the first goal, of course, after 4 minutes, and then the team was there. We created some chances, and yes, the team was on the game, and then we start the second half, and after 6-7 minutes we concede the second goal, and yes, after we can talk that maybe in the second half we show lack of maybe the capacity, to believe that it was possible. Yes, but not. I think the first 45 minutes. I think everyone believed, and everyone that saw the game, the team was there, was fighting, trying to draw the game, to score, and was on the game.
So that lack of belief, is that something you can?
Lack of belief was with all the circumstances that sometimes happen. After the disappointment against Manchester City and no time to recover, playing again. A team that is playing for the Premier League and full of confidence, and with our circumstances, I think all was negative for the team, and that is why we suffer. We were capable 1 week before to beat Everton 6-0, playing a fantastic game. We saw the last few days that, yesterday or before yesterday, was Everton beat Liverpool for 2-0, and we were capable to play a fantastic game against Manchester City, and then we didn't keep the consistency that you need, to be on the game, and that happened in a situation that with all the circumstances that we are living, that maybe I repeat too much, but that is the truth and the reality, and yes, on the second half, after to concede the third goal, I think was difficult to manage the situation on the pitch.
Just finally, do you see the players on the pitch, the leaders on the pitch who can raise the standards and who can get the rest of the players up when you're 2-0, 3-0 down in the game? Do you think
but that happened in any team. In any team, it's possible that you can suffer some time of result, and with experienced player, without experienced player. With leaders, with no leaders, with character, without character. I think that is in football can happen, and more in the Premier League.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello.
What kind of reaction do you want to see from your players?
No, we were talking a lot today. We had a meeting, and I think we try to realize that how we need to behave, and when the game is tough, when the demands are so high. we need to try to be more strong, to really, to trust in the way that we play, in our philosophy, in the way that we prepare the games and everything, and to follow, and to have the discipline. It's true that, like I told after the game, we cannot blame the player, that the circumstances that we are living are so, again, the team is not helping us, but we need to be positive and we need to be strong and believe that tomorrow we can, do a good game, good attitude, good approach, and go there and to compete. We are going to compete again, another team that is fighting for the top, to be on the Champions League next season. But we need to think that we are Chelsea and we need to, respect ourselves and do our best to try to win the game and being competitive.
Does the fact you've already beaten them at Villa Park this season give you the confidence that you can win again?
Yeah, it's always different game, different competition. Of course, always we talk on the end of the season. Always is the most difficult part of this period is the most difficult part. But I think yes, we need to believe that we can compete better. And I think we were so soft against Arsenal, and I think we need to repeat and we need to feel the same feelings that when we compete against Manchester City or Everton, and translate to or apply, in our performance in tomorrow. I think the player really knows that they are disappointed. Also, they feel bad, and tomorrow is a good opportunity to get the good feelings again.
You said before that Unai Emery is one of the best in the world. In your opinion, what makes him such a top manager?
Yes, always the top manager needs the top organization to trust and to provide the good tool to perform. For me, him is in all his career. I know very well because from Spain, he's a top coach, and for me is one of the best. It's difficult to say who is the best coach, but I think he's top for sure. Welcome.
Thanks, Alex. John, BBC.
Mauricio, hi, how are you? You always come across as a naturally positive character individual, but this must be testing you, isn't it?
No, not testing me. It's testing everyone on the club. I think it's about to be strong. I was in a different, clubs, different period, different circumstance, and of course, that are circumstances that not easy to deal and to manage, and we are not in the place that we wanted to be. But yes, we keep positive and trying to help the team to perform.
Do you speak regularly with the owners? I just wonder what their message is at the moment.
No, to be honest, in the last few months, we didn't cross message. We communicate through the sporting director, but nothing changed, and we are not changing. My view and my feeling are not changing, even if now in the last, few weeks we are not crossing texts.
What's the mood like with the players at the moment and their mentality? I mean, it must be difficult after a game like Arsenal. What's it like around the club?
Too many circumstances that make us to, to really. The management is not easy because now appear this problem with Enzo, some circumstances like this that we talk about to be all together and to have a big squad trying to be all together, but now is another thing appear and of course that is another thing that we need to deal with. But we need to be positive. The only way to move forward and to take positive things is being positive. Always never give up. In our side, we are going to push. We are pushing them, and we are trying to get the best from the players that we have in our hands, and the players that are available tomorrow to compete. That we not fear, we not excuse, and we need to go there and try to compete.
With Enzo, obviously that's the blow. Was there a possibility that he could have played on until the end of the season, then had the operation, or did he have to have it?
Yeah, but in the moment that he feel the pain and he feel the limitation because of the problem, the most important thing is to fix the situation and fix the problem for him. Because if he not feel well and he cannot perform because of the situation, it's not good for him, it's not good for the team, it's not good for the club, it's not good for one. As soon as possible to fix the situation and then move on and now be focusing to recover as soon as possible.
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
Simon, Athletic.
Hey, Mauricio. You weren't here last year, obviously, but after Chelsea's silverware hopes ended in the Champions League, the league form just fell away and the season ended on a very bad note. Chelsea obviously now out of the FA Cup this season. How important is it that history does not repeat itself, that you still end the league season on a good note?
Yes, that is it. No, that is the yes. If you see after the Manchester City the semi-final of the FA Cup, of course, was a disaster. The result against Arsenal. That is the challenge. That is the challenge. That is the challenge, and we are going to try.
Is it hard to lift players with the challenge of qualify for the Conference League, Europa League, rather than a trophy?
Is this difficult?
Is it hard to sort of motivate players to say you can still qualify for the Conference League, Europa League, rather than you've still got a trophy to play?
Yeah, but I think if we think that we are responsible to motivate the player, wow. Why? It's difficult, no, to accept. If you play for Chelsea, the motivation is there. Even when you play for nothing in a friendly game. When you play in a friendly game, when you play against your teammate, if you don't have the motivation, it's difficult. If you ask me that we need to motivate the player to go tomorrow and to play or to performance or after tomorrow, I think we have a big problem. No, I don't believe that is the problem. Is the motivation. The problem is about to have the capacity to perform, and of course, we cannot give them the excuses that not to perform and not to be focused. But in the same time, we are a group of persons. We are no machine, and we are all, with some circumstance, maybe, you lose a little bit the reference of the thing. But we are here to try to help, that to be refocused, be focused. The player need to be focused because it's still 6 games to play. Important 6 games. For me, it's an important 6 games. And the player need to feel the same. That is, of course, it's our responsibility to translate the idea that they need to perform, they need to be focused, and they need to try to give their best. It's not that, go and, yes, it's only 6 games, 3 weeks, and then holidays or international duty or like this. No, I think it's really important to finish in a good way. It's true that the disappointment against Arsenal is massive, but now it's a great opportunity tomorrow to be again focused on the competition and trying to gain games. It's true that it's going to be difficult because Aston Villa is doing a fantastic season, but we are Chelsea and we need to feel and we need to show the arrogance sometimes in a good way that we are Chelsea and we can perform.
And last one, that do the players also have to show that they should still be part of things next season, that they have to prove that they are good enough to be part of Chelsea going forward, even though they're on long.
Yeah, because only looks like only I need to prove, no? Because of always is the coach need to prove that deserve to be next season. I think we are all, part of the responsible of the situation, and I think we need all to prove that we need to deserve to be here next season. That is a good question.
Thank you. Last question in the broadcast section, Bobby.
Hi, Mauricio.
Hello.
Carney, Chukwuemeka and Raheem Sterling have been added to the injury list. Can we have a brief update on them, if possible?
No, Sterling suffered a pain in his low back pain, and then Carney feels something in his knee related to his problem before. hope that it's not a big issue and can be available as soon as possible again, because now we are going to lose 2 players that, were there, sinking in help the team. But okay, positive is few young guys will join the team for Aston Villa, with experience for these guys.
Thank you. Cameras off, please. That's the end of the broadcast section.